What is up, guys? Climax Combo back with another video. I'm Licious Kid.
I'm Checkers.
And today we are doing another top 10 video for Bocchi the Rock. I think this set was highly anticipated. One of my favorite animes of 2022.
Nice.
I really did enjoy this anime, and I'm hoping they make more from this set, or more anime. You know what I mean? You know, more. I just want to see more Bocchi the Rock in both Y Schwartz and in the anime, in the real world.
Nice.
But I was thinking about getting this set. I decided to pull back at the end when I saw two Love Live sets being released back to back. My wallet could only handle so much pain, so unfortunately I had to drop Bocchi the Rock.
Tough, respectable decision.
I know. I had to stay on brand and truthful. And I know the people at Climax Combo want to only see Love Live content. That's what I'm here for. That's I did it for you guys. I chose that sacrifice. But anyways, like always, guys, we're going to do another top 10. This is our top 10 favorite cards in the set. We try to list some strong cards with some fun cards just to keep the list a little spicy. This entire set is music, I believe. It's music, so there's no missed energies. This set's pretty standard. 100 card list, one trial deck. The only thing is this set doesn't have blue, which is kind of a shame because we do enjoy pants.
How you gonna walk around with no pants on?
Oh, they're girls, so I guess they could get away with skirts.
Yeah,
you know, these Japanese schoolgirls believe in skirts and not pants.
It's true.
But Bocchi does wear sweats, I think. No, she wears skirts. Anyways, for our number 10, we have this 3-2 Kita. She's 9k base. She's got a couple effects. For each of your other music characters, she has plus 100 power. Her second effect, when she's played from hand to stage, you can discard a card if you do stock heal, or clock to stock heal. Her last effect, she combos with standby. When you play the standby, if she's in your front row, you choose another music character. It gains the following effect until the end of your opponent's turn. Or it gains the following effect when this attacks, you deal 1 damage to your opponent. The other card I want to mention with it, they don't directly synergize with each other, but I think this is kind of a real thing. This is another 3-2 Kita. 8-5 base. She has 2 effects in memory. If you have 2 or more of these in memory, she gets plus 2500 power and is hexproof. Second effect, this can only be activated once per turn. During the turn, this was placed on stage from hand. When this card's battle opponent's reverse, you can pay 1, discard 2 music characters if you do stand this. So, I chose this as our number 10 because I personally love Kita. She is my favorite character in the show, by far. And I think this is the best Kita combo in the set, unfortunately. The idea is that you have 2 of the level 3 red Kitas out. You play the standby. You choose the double attacking Kita because she's hexproof. You attack. You kill something. You pay 1, ditch 2. So when she attacks, she burns 1 twice. And then she attacks, and then you restand, and she attacks, and you burn 1 twice, and then you attack. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 attacks in 1 card for just killing something when paying 1, ditch 2. Yeah, I just think it's a cool synergy and a plausible list you can make for your Bocchi the Rock sets. This is something I'm trying to figure out more in my head, and I want to make in real life, but I just haven't fine-tuned the list yet.
Dang.
I'm trying to make a Kita Ryo waifu deck, but it seems really hard. But just want to mention it because I think it's a fun synergy. And it's Kita.
For our number 9, we have this level 3 Nijika in yellow. Rare, 10k base. When this attacks, you can pay 4, discard a card, and if you do, deal 2 damage to your opponent. And then this turn, this gains plus 1k power. And the second effect, this ability activates up to twice per turn. During the turn, this is placed on stage from hand. When this card's damage is canceled, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent. This card is pretty neat in the fact that she doesn't need a climax combo to get all her effects off. You can deal 2. It is a very heavy cost, but it's there, off combo. And the second effect is what really makes her really good. Dealing 1 if her damage is canceled. And this can happen up to twice. So even if you choose, let's say you burn 2, that cancels, you can deal 1. She attacks, that cancels, you deal another 1. Or if one of those burn 1s gets canceled, you deal another 1. So it's actually pretty good. And this card is pretty good with that Kita from earlier.
It's might be better, but I'm definitely gonna run that Kita over Nichika. But the Nichika's good. That second effect is like no cost, so it's kind of legit.
Yeah. For our number 8, we have this 1/1 Ryo, uncommon, 1k base. It's 2k backup, and when you use this card's backup, you can pay cost, which is discarding 1 level 3 double R Kita in red from your hand to the waiting room, and if you do, shuffle R cards from your waiting room into your deck. So it's a Sheena backup pretty much, at the cost of only discarding 1 card, and it's at level 1. So this card's pretty neat. The double R Kita in red is a pretty good card, but despite that, it still is a really unique effect, and that's why it's on our number 8, because of it ends up being a pretty light cost if you're already running that Kita, and you can already start refreshing your deck. Sheena backup, really strong card in the past. So yeah, this is a really unique card.
For number 7, we have this 3/2 Bochi, 9/5 power, couple effects. If you have 2 or less climax in your waiting room, she loses 1 level in hand. When she's playing from hand to stage, heal. Last effect, combos with choice. When this attacks, if you have the choice, you can choose one of the 2 effects and resolve it. The first effect is look at top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. You can leave it there or send any of them to the waiting room. Second effect, you choose up to 1 music character in your waiting room, add it to hand, then get a blind stock. So this Bochi is pretty good. Easy conditions come out, heal on play too, and the combo is pretty legit. You can juice up for level 3 or start trying to end your opponent at level 2. All for no cost.
Pretty cool.
Definitely think it's a strong level 3 that you can try to make like a whole choice deck out of. Because it's good enough. It scales well too, so it's okay. For our number 6, we have a pair of events. They have the same name and have specific synergies with the set. So we'll go over the 2 of them together. We'll go over the 1/1 event first. This one, when you play it, you switch your deck for a music character, add it to your hand, shuffle your deck, send this card to memory. The second one is a 2/1 event with the same name. Your opponent sends all their stock to their deck, shuffles their deck, then they get the same amount of stock. And then you choose one of your music character, gets plus 4k, then this card gets sent to memory. So not only does these cards synergize with specific cards in this set that we'll get more into later, so that already makes it like you kind of have to run it with some builds. But also these events are okay. Honestly, the 1/1 event is solid. It's just boring.
Mm-hmm.
The second one I think is a little more exciting and a little more fun. Messing with your opponent's stock and giving something 4k just for 1's cost, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I think you should run like maybe 2/1 or 2 of the 1/1s, 1 of the 2/1s, 3 of the 1/1s, 1 of the 2/1s, 2/2. I don't know, but I think the 2/1 event is more exciting and it's actually pretty cool. Seems pretty strong.
For our number 5, we have another event. This one is in green, level 3, no cost. You can use it as it's a backup. Choose one of your music characters. This turn, it gets plus 2k power. Then perform the following effect, which is pay 1. Look at top of your deck. Put it on top of your deck or into your waiting room. And you can repeat that effect as many times as you like. And then you can send this card to stock. This card is pretty cool. As like a last-ditch defensive card to make sure you get to a climax. Being able to pay 1 and mill through as much as you can for as much stock as you have. It's like an emergency. It's pretty funny. And I mean, you get it back. You get 1 stock back after using it. So even if you mill a couple cards, it could still be worth it just to stay alive 1 more turn. So yeah, this event's pretty neat.
It's pretty funny, unique.
Yeah.
Paying 10 stock to survive 1 more attack. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes it's worth.
Yeah, you gotta just survive 1 more turn in Weiss, You're always just 1 turn behind lethal.
Damn.
Next up, for number 4, we have this 3/2 Ryo, 10/5 power. Her on play is like the level 3 Marin from Hololive. When she's placed from hand to stage, you kill off a character. If you do, look at top 3 cards of your deck, put one card in your hand, put the other one in stocks, and the last one to waiting room. Her last effect combos with gold bar. At the end of this card's attack, if you have the gold bar, you can pay one, discard a music. If you have another music character, you can burn 3 damage to your opponent. So this card, I think, is the best finisher for this set. It's pretty good. The on-play mining effect is always quite good. And the second effect is very cost efficient. And she always guarantees it because you pay 1, discard a card at the end of her attack. So you can start off your level 3 attack phase with 0 stock with 3 of these deals, and they'll all go off. So very efficient. And her effect gets you more stock, gets you some more hand. So it's a very cost efficient game ender, which is why I think it's so good. It's not the scariest game ender, but like it's like very consistent.
Yeah, very solid.
One deal can get the other deal can get the other deal, the last deal can get the gold bar. You know, you're digging 3 cards each time you play it. So it's very good.
For our number 3, we have this double R Bochi, level 0, 1k base. When this is reversed, you may reveal up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. If you revealed 1 or more, choose up to 1 music character or history of failures event from among them. Add it to your hand, send the rest to waiting room, and discard a card. And when this is reversed, it's a stock suicider.
For zeros.
4 zeros. Level 0, stock suicider. So this card is really strong on its own, and it does have other synergies with other cards that make it even better. So just a really solid card.
On to strong cards that synergize with that double R Bochi. It's going to be our number 2 card. It's this 3/2 Ryo, 9/5 power. If you have 2 or less climax in your waiting room, she loses 1 level in hand. When you play this card from your hand, choose 1 double R Hitori, that one we just talked about, the double R, send to waiting room. If you do, you can play her for 0 cost. And when she's played for hand to stage, heal. So I think this card is kind of crazy. The ability to heal and to play level 3 for 0 cost is, I think, insane.
Absurd.
Like, very, I don't know, it's super cool, super unique, and seems really strong. So
This card
I
is
like
just
this
a
card.
rare?
Yeah, it's just a rare. Right?
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm saying. This card is like kind of bonkers.
That's nuts.
So, I like this card a lot.
On to our honorable mentions. For our first one, we have this level 2 Nijika in yellow. 0 cost, 6k base. It is a brainstorm effect. Startup. So you can spam it. It's pay 3. Flip over the top 3 cards of your deck. Send them to waiting room. Choose up to 1 level X or lower music character from your waiting room. Place it on stage in any slot. X equals the number of music characters sent to waiting room by this effect. This card is so sick. This is a very unique brainstorm effect, and it's spammable. You can potentially plus an early play any level 3. If you hit 3 music characters, you can play anything you want.
3/2 Ryo
Busted.
with the gold bar combo at level 2.
Uh-huh.
Busted.
Crazy.
She also has a soul trigger.
Oh, yeah. Costless.
2/0 soul trigger.
Yep.
She's also 6k base, which is
Brainstormer.
like low-key respectable.
Dude, this card is nasty.
It's a funny card.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
On to more honorable mentions. I know you guys are thinking, where are the double R Bochis? Here's the first one. The 1/0 Bochi. 4/5 power. If you have 3 or more music characters, she's gets plus 1k power. Her other effect, well, when this attacks and you have experience 2, and you have the door on your level in your climax area, you can discard a card. If you do, look at top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 3 characters or history of failure events from amongst them, show the opponent, add to your hand. Send the rest to waiting room. This is probably the best 1/0 combo in the set, just because it has good synergies with our number 1 card that we'll get to later. But it's just not very exciting to us. It's just 1055. It needs experience 2, and the combo is not anything we have not seen. Also, it's like a worse version of the 1/0 Itsuki in Quince.
Yeah.
So,
For true.
you know, it's just not really getting anyone excited, I think. It's just very standard.
Fair.
A little too standard. A little too fair.
Yeah.
Like, not even like 6k. I don't know. You also need experience too, like the Quince card. It's just, it's just not much going on here,
For
unfortunately.
truth. And lastly, for our honorable mentions, the other Bochi combo, level 3 Bochi, double R in red, 10-5 base. When this is placed on stage from hand, choose one music character in your clock, and you can put it to the bottom of your deck. The climax combo is experience 6. When this attacks, if you have the climax, if you have the door climax in your climax area and you have experience 6, you can pay cost, which is discard 2 cards from your hand and send a history of failures event from your memory to the waiting room. If you do, this turn this gets plus 3k power, then perform the following effect twice, mill 1, and deal X damage to your opponent. X is equal to 2 if you mill the climax, otherwise it's 1. So this Bochi is okay. There's a lot of setup going into this card. You need experience 6, you need those events in memory, and on top of that, the effect itself isn't too great. Most of the time, you're probably only going to deal 1 and 1, which is okay. You might be able to deal 2 if you get lucky. And in those situations, it's good, but that's not going to be too likely. And it's really hard to get 3 off. You have to ditch 2 for each of them, which is not the hardest thing to do with some of the cards in this build. But having the events in memory is kind of the hard part for this card, for this combo. So overall, it's a little difficult to get off multiple, and the payoff's not that high for doing all this work.
Yeah, between this and the old, of course, Bochi has the higher payoff, but the old is just so consistent and easy. This one's kind of a lot. Honestly, for doing all this, it should have been like the Gura combo.
Yeah.
And the Guru combo should be this. But anyways, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's there, but it's kind of, you gotta put in some work.
Honorable mention.
And if you're pulling 3 of these off, you're probably winning anyways.
True.
That's 3 Bochis, 6 cards in hand, and the gate. So
and 3 events in memory.
And 3 events in memory. So you already probably won if you're getting 3. So most likely you're only getting 2 of these. And if you will climaxes, you might be sad because you might just die on the swing back if you don't kill them.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, for our number 1 is this double R in yellow, level 0 Nichika, 500 base. Increase the maximum number of cards in your hand by 1, and a brainstorm, pay 1, rest, mill 4. For each climax, you can salvage a character, and to top that all off, it has a soul trigger. These level 0s with soul triggers are broken. It's absurd.
With literally no downsides. 2 powerful effects with the soul trigger.
It's crazy.
This card is actually pretty broken.
Yeah, it's like the +1 hand size.
I mean, we've seen it in Quince.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
good. You get a payoff with it. It's a great effect. Brainstorm,
good.
Perfect. And Soul Trigger, just like random extra damage throughout the whole game. It's crazy. This Nijika is easily the best card in the set, in our opinion.
When I saw this card, I was excited. I was like, the leaks, I was like, whoa, this Nijika is OD. And then as you go through the list, I don't know, it got less exciting.
Yeah, it's the set is kind of.
I guess this will be our closing
all over
thoughts.
the place.
But
Yeah.
Yes. And in the end, the set's kind of all over the place.
Uh-huh.
It's got weird little synergies, like the Bochi randomly needs experience when the other ones don't need experience.
Mm-hmm.
You need some cards and memories to pop off, kind of like the level 3 Kita, which is kind of random, but I mean, it makes sense with the history of failures event. I don't know, it's got like the experience sub-theme, the event and memory sub-theme, with Yo just killing off Bochi for whatever reason sub-theme. It's got certain cards synergized with the 0-0 Bochi. There's kind of a lot of things going on this set. And put it all together, we don't see it making any splashes in the meta, which is perfectly fine. Not every set has to.
I think if you like Bochi, it's still worth getting into the set.
I don't know. It's cute. It's very cute. I do like the series a lot. So I might just try to single it out.
Cool.
But besides Nichika, none of these cards really excite me too much. Like as cards, and even like the little synergies behind each card. Well, maybe the 3/2 Ryo and the 0/0 Bochi is really cool, but
Yeah.
that's really cool. But not too many things in the set get us excited, I think.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but nonetheless, hopefully we're wrong. Hopefully, this is somehow the next tier 1 set. We'll see.
That'd be cool.
Only time will tell. It's a very new set, but
Yes.
we'll see, guys. It's still a cool set.
Hope you guys enjoyed this top 10. Let us know if you like any of these cards, if we're missing any OP synergies, who your favorite Bochi girl is.
You guys know the right answer. Kita.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.